If you're watching this video, you're probably working on a game. And that's cool. Really cool. But you didn't use a game engine, right? Like, if you use Unity or Unreal, most of the hard work is done for you. Is it even really your game? If you didn't code the engine from scratch, can you even call yourself a real game developer? And if your game does well, you're going to have to pay those license fees. You basically don't even own your own game. And sure, Godot exists, but it's still mostly someone else's code. You could use Monogame or Raylib, but still, someone else's code. Oh, you wrote your own engine. That's more like it. You wrote your own physics solver, right? I mean, using PhysX or Box2D, you may as well just be using an engine. And the rendering pipeline? You didn't use OpenGL or Vulkan, surely. Memory allocator? Gotta be homebrew, bruh. But wait, what language did you use? I mean, not a high-level language, surely, like Python, C#. That's still taking advantage of a lot of work by other people. C or C++ is better, but what about the compiler? Compilers do a lot of work. If you really want to call yourself a game developer, you should write your own. And an assembler? I mean, you're not using assembly to write your assembler, right? Now, how about your operating system? I mean, I know you're not using Windows, but even Linux is a bit sus if you want to be a real game developer. Building your game on top of someone else's kernel? Weak sauce. And besides, having all those freely available hardware drivers is just going to tempt you to not write your own, which you should definitely do. But how are you going to get into your custom-built operating system on top of your custom-built kernel without writing a custom-built bootloader first? And you need your own BIOS code to get that bootloader running. What about the microcode on your processor? You're not going to let Intel or AMD write some of the code that your game runs on, right? You already got practice writing machine code for your assembler, so you can use that knowledge here. And while you're at it, commercial architectures like ARM and x86 are basically cheating, so you're going to want to make your own. That's the real game developer way. And FPGAs or off-the-shelf microcontrollers? Hell no. You should be designing your own logic gates, but not with commercially manufactured transistors, of course. At least making your own PCBs is pretty straightforward. Growing silicon crystals, on the other hand, can be a little tricky, but that's the price you gotta pay for being a real game developer. And sure, slicing and polishing those silicon wafers is a bit fiddly, but you want to do it right, right? You want to dope the silicon with phosphorus and boron yourself, because this is your game, not somebody else's. Granted, building your own photolithography machine to etch the silicon is a bit of a chore, and grinding the lenses for the lithography machine's laser, not exactly a job for the faint of heart. But it's nothing compared to heading down the quartz mines to get the silicon in the first place, so you'll be fine. Smelting the copper for the wiring and traces is easy work after that. Although, getting enough gold for the connector pins and cobalt for the CMOS batteries might be a bit of a challenge in the current political climate. You're also going to need plastic for a bunch of things, but crude oil is everywhere. You'll be fine. And I don't know how you plan to power your homebrew computer, but if mining coal or building a dam is too big an ask, you can always use some of that copper and cobalt you mine to make a dynamo and power it yourself. Of course, if you want to be a real game developer, you shouldn't really be relying on all of these natural processes. Did you synthesize the water for a dam? Are you relying on Earth's tectonic pressure to create crude oil and coal? Are you relying on Earth's magnetosphere to protect your unshielded RAM from cosmic pit flips? Are you relying on Earth's gravity to hold your desk to the floor? Did you accrete the Earth from the protoplanetary disk? Did you forge the iron for your PC inside the core of a dying star? Did you trigger the supernova that scattered heavy elements across the galaxy? Did you ignite the first generation of stars? Did you form the primordial hydrogen and helium clouds? Did you wait for the universe to cool enough for electrons to bind to nuclei? Did you establish the strong and weak nuclear forces? Did you calibrate the speed of light? Did you trigger the Big Bang? Did you invent the concept of mathematics? Did you invent existence?
If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch. You must first invent the universe.